a time machine to go back and look to see what human societies were like in times past, but what we can do is get a window onto human evolution by looking at cognitive psychology and the way the brain is wired up and how we behave in certain situations in the lab. And then we can also go into the field and study small-scale indigenous societies that live in a much more similar situation to those in which we evolved. Small-scale, largely kin-based groups living in natural environments.
Could anthropology help us understand why, through human history and across many cultures, religion has been a means by which humans have adapted to and survived in their environments?
All the studies in our project are focused on adaptation of one sort or another.
Our projects focus on evolutionary anthropology, which is interested in the human behaviors and social organization and human interactions which have relevance to human evolution.
So for example, one of our studies, the researcher is going to be living with the Maasai, a small-scale society in East Africa. And it's important to remember that in small-scale societies, there's not a sharp distinction drawn between religion and science as meaning-making systems. So it's incredibly interesting to be able to go look at a society where a sharp division between religion and science is unclear, and they're not differentiated in the same way that we do.
Religiosity, at least in some cultures, is strongly associated with optimism and a strong sense of purpose. But what about individuals or groups who do not hold religious beliefs? Might their scientific understanding of the world serve as a meaning-making system?
There's already good evidence that religion has these positive benefits for individuals and groups, promoting cooperation, cohesion, solidarity. So our study is also looking at whether people who don't believe in any particular religion but have strong scientific beliefs might be able to achieve that same causal logic in promoting their motivation and optimism. And where that occurs, does it do it as effectively as religious beliefs? Or do religious beliefs have some kind of special leverage, special power in enhancing motivation?
You know, science can tell you the Big Bang happened, but it cannot tell you why the Big Bang happened or what happened before the Big Bang. So they're both extremely useful if you're a curious person.
But all cultures seem to have their own ways of making meaning in the world, whether that's, among contemporary atheists, a scientific perspective on the world, or among religious observers today, but also among small-scale societies and indigenous societies around the world, that it's hard to kind of classify them as having a specific religion as such, but meaning-making systems is something that is universal.